Hello, hello, it's Simone. Susanna and I are back with our Scale It Down video series, and today we have a guest, and she picked 5 things to use. She she made us use mixed media, ribbon, alpha stamps, word stickers or tiny word stickers, and a 6x6 paper pad. And guess who we were brave enough to ask join us for this Grab 5 video collaboration? It was Diane from dearlydee. So please make sure to check out her channel. So let's start. I'm showing you here that my traveler's notebook is almost full. I have 2 full page spreads left, and I decided instead of ditching it because it's so bulky, I am going to just create on a separate piece of paper and then stick it in there. It bugs me leaving these pages empty. It doesn't feel like I completed it, and so I decided I'm going to just stick it in. And you just saw me that I ripped out 2 pages from this mixed media paper pad. I didn't show it to you. It's a Canson mixed media paper pad. And I wanted to just trim them down and use them as a full page, but then I really liked the torn or ripped out edge on the top, and so I decided, oh, even though it doesn't really fit lengthwise, I'll just add it in. It's not forbidden to add in a smaller piece of paper. So my idea at first was to use acrylic paint or mists or I don't really know what, and drip on droplets onto my paper, use a credit card and spread it out. I have just seen Jenny Garcia do this for a International Scrapbooking Day challenge that she posted on YouTube, and I absolutely loved it. But then when I pulled out the acrylic paint, I saw the black and I thought, oh, I have seen so many great layouts where people just used a dry brush and added the acrylic paint, just brush strokes onto the paper. And I decided I would just go that route. And so I also pulled out some colors that spoke to me because of the colors on my photo. I had teal flip-flops on, and so I decided I would just go with teal colors and do the smooshing technique. But I didn't only do the smooshing technique, I also added really big paint droplets on there, and I love how this turned out. However, when you are adding these colorful paint droplets onto the background, it takes a long time to dry, and I had to use my heat gun for I don't really know how long I had to use it, because I started letting it dry, but it didn't really work. So I used my heat gun as well, and I probably spent 5 to 10 minutes drying the paper. So this is the photo that I'm scrapbooking. It's not really a big story, and I love using my traveler's notebook for these kinds of things, for stories that are not stories, but are just fun to create something with them. And yeah, so that is what I'm going to do. I took a where I stand photo of myself with flip-flops on, leg warmers, and in a puddle with leaves. And I just love that I'm walking around like that in California. I never dared to do this when I was still living in Germany. I don't know why, but the thought or the knowledge that I'm living in crazy California helped me loosen up myself, and I just love that. And you wouldn't walk around in flip-flops in January in Germany anyway, because it's way too cold. And that is what I'm documenting here. So you just saw me adding 2 layers of pattern paper behind the photo. I cut it down a little bit because the paper that I created my background on was really tiny, and I knew I wanted to add layers. And so instead of making the whole photo cluster too big, I just trimmed down my photo. As you saw me, I added the ribbon to the photo like a tab, and I really like how that looks. And then I just trimmed out this speech bubble that says hello from my pattern paper and added it as a die cut. And I just used my stapler to add it onto the photo. And yeah, actually, that is basically the whole layout, the whole embellishing that I do. I showed you in the beginning when I was talking, I showed you several stamp sets, really large ones, but when I created, I realized that they were way too big. And you know that I love longer titles, that I could have stamped love or rain or something like that, but I had flip-flops and rain in my head, and I wasn't able to spell it without overpowering the layout. So I decided to use a smaller stamp set, and that is from Hero Arts that I just got on clearance at Joann's about a year ago. And I actually really like the size and the font, so I have been using it quite a lot. Okay, I stamped, I cut it all down, I added a one tiny word sticker. I think, remember, this is probably what it says. And then I pulled out my Jelly Roll pen, and I'm going to journal on the black there. Then I'm adding another one of the stickers, and I struggled with this sticker for a long time. I wanted to add it here, but it didn't really look right. Then I'm looking if I want to cut out another phrase or speech bubble and maybe create another cluster, but I really like how easy and simple this looks. I don't really want to add more. See, when I try this, it just doesn't look right. And so instead of adding something up there and then it looks like it doesn't really go there, I decide to add the phrase sticker right in front of the title because there is still some empty space there and it will work. It looked a little bit too wide there because it's so bulky, and it will probably touch the other page when I open and close it. It will be a little bit hard to work, so I just trimmed down a little bit more from the left. Then I was thinking about sticking something underneath the what is it? The note paper edge there, but it just, I don't know. I really like the way this looks, and I didn't really feel the need to balance anything out or add another pop of color. Yeah, right here you can see I'm thinking about maybe ripping this, adding stuff. No, it is done. And when I realized that, I'm going to take a picture right here. Here's everything that I did. There are some close-ups, and I'm calling it done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are going to check out Diane and Suzanna's videos. They are linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I guess that's it. I will see you next time. Bye.